Have you ever noticed that some people move through life with a quiet confidence, even when everything around them is uncertain? They don't know the future. They don't have guarantees. Yet they act as if success is only a matter of time. Most people think confidence comes after success. The Stoics believe the opposite. They believe confidence comes first, not because you know the outcome, but because you've decided who you're going to be regardless of it. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome during wars, plagues, and betrayal. Despite carrying the weight of an empire, he constantly reminded himself that the only thing truly under his control was his own mind. That lesson is just as powerful today. Think about how many opportunities you've postponed because you were waiting to feel ready. How many conversations you've avoided. How many dreams you've delayed because you wanted certainty before taking the first step. Here's the problem. Certainty never comes first. Action does. Epictetus taught that some things are within our control and others are not. Our thoughts, our choices, our effort, these belong to us. The opinions of others, luck, recognition, the final outcome, none of those do. Yet most people spend their lives obsessing over things they cannot control, while neglecting the things they can. Imagine an archer aiming at a target. He carefully prepares his stance. He chooses the best arrow. He focuses completely before releasing the shot. Everything before releasing the arrow belongs to him. But once the arrow leaves the bow, the wind takes over. The Stoics believed life works the same way. Your responsibility is to make the best shot possible, not to control where the arrow lands. This simple idea removes an enormous amount of anxiety, because anxiety comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. When you stop fighting reality, your energy returns to what actually matters: your character, your discipline, your daily actions. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that. How many nights have you spent worrying about situations that never happened? How many opportunities disappeared because fear convinced you they would end badly? Fear has a strange way of disguising itself as logic. It tells you that you're being responsible, that you should wait until you're more prepared, until you're more confident, until life becomes easier. But the truth is simple. Confidence isn't something you discover. It's something you build. Every difficult conversation you have, every promise you keep to yourself, every uncomfortable action you take, each one becomes evidence that you're stronger than yesterday. That's how confidence grows. Not through thinking, through doing. Most people believe successful people are fearless. They're not. They've simply stopped waiting for fear to disappear before acting. That's courage, and courage changes everything. Imagine planting a tree. You don't dig it up every morning to check whether the roots are growing. You trust the process. You water it. You protect it. Growth happens underground long before anyone sees it. Your life is exactly the same. Discipline is invisible. Character is invisible. Consistency is invisible. But one day, the results become visible to everyone. People call it luck. What they don't see are the hundreds of ordinary days that created extraordinary results. This is why acting as if everything is already working out isn't pretending. It's committing to your highest standards before the rewards arrive. Marcus Aurelius didn't wait for perfect conditions to practice virtue. He practiced virtue because conditions weren't perfect. The obstacle was an excuse. It was a training. And maybe that's the biggest lesson Stoicism offers. Life doesn't have to become easier for you to become stronger. You don't need better circumstances to become a better person. You only need your next decision, because every decision is shaping your identity. Every action is casting a vote for the person you're becoming. Ask yourself this. If you were already the person you hope to become 5 years from now, how would you spend today? How would you speak? How would you respond to setbacks? Would you procrastinate? Or would you simply begin? The future version of you isn't created someday. It's created every single day. One decision at a time. One habit at a time. One act of courage at a time. The Stoics understood something most people forget. You don't become confident because life finally works out. Life begins to work out because you become the kind of person who refuses to stop moving forward. Not because success is guaranteed, but because your character no longer depends on success. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for certainty. Act with integrity. Act with discipline. Act with courage. Act as if everything is already working out. Not because you know it will, but because you've chosen to become someone who gives their best regardless of the outcome. That is the Stoic way. And perhaps that single shift in perspective can change your life forever. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What's one area of your life where you've been waiting for certainty instead of taking action? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more timeless lessons from Stoicism, philosophy, and personal mastery. Until next time, remember, master your mind, and the rest will follow.